automation superheroes. My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Controtek Solutions Online Superhero Academy. Our goal is to bring you a series of online demos, webinars, and all the technical know-hows about smarter industrial automation. In this episode of the Beckhoff TwinCAD programming series, I will demonstrate how to link PLC variables to the Beckhoff I/O devices.
Hello to all of you viewers. I hope you are doing well and safe wherever you are. I also want to thank you for tuning in up to this episode of this series. First, let's have a quick run through of the topics I've already discussed before I proceed with today's episode. So I have demonstrated how to create a standard PLC program in TwinCAD 3. Showed you how to configure I/O devices, and that was a 16-channel input and also a 16-channel output. And of course, the last episode, creating PLC variables. If you somehow missed watching those essential episodes, you could watch or rewatch it by just clicking on the title card above. Let's get started. First, I'll just reopen my TwinCAD project, located here in the desktop and in here in the TwinCAD projects folder. So this file right here named TwinCAD project1.slm. As you can see, it is the Microsoft Visual Studio solution. This is my TwinCAD 3 project or my program. It has all my program logics, program variables, system configuration, and also my I/O configuration. This folder here, the TwinCAD project 1 folder, contains everything I need to open my TwinCAD project. In case I want to make a backup copy of my TwinCAD project, I just need to copy this whole folder and paste it somewhere, a USB device or another folder. Okay, so to open my TwinCAD project, I could just double click on this solution file and wait for the application to open. Or I can open the TwinCAD 3 project through the system menu located here in the bottom right part of my screen. Just open TwinCAD XAE. So this method right here is convenient for me, especially when you just want to open the most recent TwinCAD 3 project you are working on. So here I can see all the recent TwinCAD 3 projects. And I'll just need to open the most recent project, which is TwinCAD Project 1. I am still using the same CX9020 embedded PC with the configured I/O of 1 unit EL1809 16-channel digital input and 1 unit of 16-channel digital output module. Now, what I exactly want to do is to link each of those 16-channel input and 16-channel output into a PLC variable in order for me to use signals from field devices into my program. An example of input signals are push-button switches, limit switches, proximity switches, and other electromechanical switches. And for output signals, we have solenoid valves, relay coils, lamps, contactor coils, and other actuators. In the previous episode, I have already declared global variables. B digital underscore input 1 to 16 as an input variables, and B digital underscore output 1 to 16 as output variables. As you can see, it is listed here in the GVM. These global variables are now prepared for I/O linking. Before linking each of these variables, I need to check if I have any errors and if my syntax of declaration is correct. In order to do that, I just need to select Command Build Solution, or simply Ctrl-Shift-B on your keyboard. What the Command Build Solution does to my PLC project is it starts the compilation process or the code generation for the currently active PLC project. Even if it was last compiled without any errors, the compilation is done anyway. During the compilation, TwinCAT carries out a syntactic test of all objects used in the PLC project. The compilation procedure is always carried out automatically when you wish to log the project in with a change program. After the check has been completed, TwinCAT displays any error messages or warnings in the error list view. In short, the command build project checks your programs for any errors. So from time to time, it is best to use this command to ensure that you are doing all your programming correct. As we can see, I have no error listed in my error list. So let me try to remove a semicolon in one of the lines and try to build or rebuild my project, just for you to see what it'll look like. And now I have one error. To further check for that, you can double click on the error to go to that line. And yes, there's a missing semicolon. I'll just type in the missing semicolon and rebuild my project again. And there you go. My current project is now error-free. I can now already download my PLC project to the target device. Before downloading the PLC project, make sure you have selected the right target system. In my case, it's the CX9020. And also make sure that the TwinCAT runtime system is in run mode. The two requirements to download the PLC project is, first, the PLC project should be error-free, and second, the target system should be on run mode. My PLC project is now error-free. Next is I'll just check if I have selected the right target system, which should be this one, CX30E115, with an IP address of 192.168.0.10. Okay, and next is my target system should be on run mode. Currently it is on config mode, so I'll just click on Start TwinCAT System to run mode. And it's good to go. Now to download the PLC program, I need to use the command login. Located here in the standard TwinCAT toolbar, this little green icon. This command connects the programming system, the selected PLC project, with the target system or the controller, and thus establishes online operation. An instance of the PLC project is created on the target system and loaded. When using the command login, there can be different situations. First, the PLC project does not yet exist on the controller. You will be prompted to confirm the download. Second, the PLC project is already on the controller and has not been changed since the last download. Logging in takes place without further interaction with you. Third, the PLC project is already on the controller but has been changed since the last download. Now you'll be prompted to choose one of the following options: login with online change, login with download, or login without any changes. And the fourth, an unknown version of PLC project is already on the controller. You will be asked whether TwinCAT should replace it. Fifth, a version of the PLC project is already running on the controller. You will be asked whether TwinCAT should nevertheless log in and overwrite the PLC program that is currently running. And six, The PLC program on the controller is currently stopped at a breakpoint. You have logged out and changed the program. TwinCat warns you that in the event of an online change or download, the PLC will be completely stopped. This happens even if there are several tasks and only one of them is affected by the breakpoint. Okay, now I'll try to go online by clicking on the command login button. So I got a message saying application port 851 does not exist on device TwinCat Project 1. This means there are currently no applications on my target device. I'm asked if I want to create and proceed with download. I'll just click on yes to download my PLC project. Once logged on the runtime system, I can now access the online environment of my PLC project. I can now see the real-time online value of each declared variables in my global variables list, whether it's true or false. To run the PLC program, click on this Start Command button. My controller is now on operation mode. To log out from the online environment of the target system, just click on the command logout, also located here on the TwinCat standard toolbar. In case you want to add comments to your program, this is how you do it. Start with an open parenthesis, followed by an asterisk symbol. There should be no spaces or any characters between those two symbols. Next is your comment. I'll type in digital inputs. Then to end the comment, add asterisk and followed by a close parenthesis. That's one way. Another one is to use two consecutive slash symbols, then you can just add your comment right after it. Example, I want to add a comment on digital input 16 saying that it is a spare input. Then I can rebuild my project again just to make sure there's no error. Once the PLC project was successfully added in the System Manager, you can link the created input and output variables from the PLC project with the inputs and outputs of your hardware. Okay, so I'll start on linking the input variables, then the output variables. In order to accomplish that, I need to go to the I/O, then select device 1, then at the bottom, we'll see term 1. Just expand it for the other terms to appear. Now, we can see that term 2, which is my EL1819 hardware, and term 3 as my EL2809 hardware. We can see that all of the 16 channel inputs is not yet linked to any variable. Double-click on each of the channels to link a PLC variable. I'll start with the first digital input channel, located on the topmost in the list with an input address of 40.0. After clicking, the attached variable dialog box appears, listing all available Boolean input variables for linking. I'll select the variable gvl.bdigital_input1 to be linked with the digital input 1 channel of my hardware. Then click OK. I have successfully linked a variable to my input device. An X mark will indicate that it's already attached to a variable and also the details on where it is linked to. The same method goes with the other input channels as well as the output channels. I can also link the variables as a word data type. Since the I/O modules have 16 channels, meaning it has 16 bits, I can link the whole 16 channel module to a word data type, which also contains 16 bits. After linking all the PLC variables to the I/O terminals, the next thing to do is activate configuration. The command active configuration is also located here in the TwinCat toolbar. Confirm the request whether TwinCat is to start in run mode with OK. Now I have successfully linked all my variables with the hardware. Use Activate Configuration to save and activate the current configuration.
The PLC project now has a connection with the outside world through linking of I/Os. I hope you learned much on this video. Please stay tuned for the next episode about the IEC 61131 programming on TwinCAD 3. Thank you for watching and stay safe.
That's it for this video. If you want to learn more about Controtek Smarter Automation, you can visit our website at www.controtek.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our social media accounts. See you on the next video!